Jim! Pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
Outbreaks of
Celeste! He had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the two-piece! Oh my god! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock!
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped Raballo right there. He no-scoped.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the wrong scene I went to there. I meant to go to cameras and I hit next match, which, as you can see, was empty as we did have a little bit of a toss-up a second ago. Xplicit girls are going to be unable to field a roster for tonight, unfortunately, and not for the third place match either, which is really, really rough. But we still have two really intense matchup for you guys tonight. We have a best of 5 between Zygnus and Celeste to start things off. And then the winner of that will go on to face the BB Angels in the grand finals. As obviously Xplicit forfeiting means BB Angels go ahead and get their pass on to the game. And I gotta say, Verdict, I think this might be, honestly, probably the best match of the night.
No, I definitely got to agree with you. If you go back to the regular, season play, the team Celeste was able to best this Zygnus girls team on a best of 3 format. It was 2-1.
It was very close, 2-1.
It was a very close, yeah. And then I think I talked about it briefly on Tuesday. The hardpoint start was like 108 to 54 at one point, and Zygnus was able to turn the thing around. So this is technically going to be our third place matchup tonight, as the loser of the series will walk away with that third place title, and second place in first place will be decided against a best of 7 with BB Angels and the winner of that series. So I'm definitely excited, even though we're not going to get to see the full lineup of games tonight, but nonetheless, we still have plenty of action to endure now. As take a look at the best of 5, the spread looks kind of decent.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We got a solid matchup with the exception of one, and I think we can both agree that's going to be your crossfire on domination. I don't think anybody's excited to see that, But when you ban Hackney Yard and Takeoff, I guess that's just what's going to happen. We're going to start things off with a Summit Hardpoint. Going on into Game 2, we'll have a firing range search and destroy. We'll at very least see that crossfire domination I was just mentioning. And if we make it to Map 4, we'll be looking at Raid Hardpoint. Map 5, we'd be looking at Standoff Search and Destroy. We've got Annihilator and Sparrow banned as well. So definitely a pretty fantastic lineup. But we're into the first game here, Verdict.
Yep, it's best of 5 format, so we'll see at least 3 games. And I'm actually looking at Bianca's point of view. It does look like she got that D13 unlocked, which I know I saw a few players struggling to get it unlocked last night, but nonetheless, here it is in full play. I don't know if it's going to be a viable option. As a matter of fact, Nathy comes through and just absolutely turns on her there. Can get some OBJ time needed here for the girls over at Zygnus, and they're doing a great job of locking down this computer side of the map.
You are definitely right. I did get to see quite a bit of the D13 gameplay last night. As you know, Verdict, I was hanging out with Raider, actually, who...
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, every time something new comes out, he wants it diamond in one stream. And that has largely been the case, so I got to see a lot of the D13 last night. It's interesting. I don't quite know if it's going to be meta. From the several games I got to watch of it, it almost feels like more of a crossbow than a launcher, if you want me to be honest with you. There is, like, no explosion radius on that thing. It's like impact or bust.
Talking about launchers, man. This girl Vanish just absolutely launching off this first game in double digits. 11 kills aboard. And I saw it in the feed earlier when we started rambling. She picked up a triple kill with a hunter killer drone. Who does that? Where does that happen at? I've never seen a hunter killer drone put so much value up. And off the bat, we're going to see a very, very close P2, 25-20. Zygnus gets the break, but again, this catwalk is going to be pretty lethal, and with the way that Vanish is popping off right now, definitely making it practically impossible to get on point. But somehow, some way, the girls over at Celeste are going to be able to rack up some uncontested time. They're going to be in the lead for the time being, and it looks like they got spawns solidified for Nuas. I'm taking a look at Geneva. She's actually spawning out, so might be a good sign here for this P3 transition over for Celeste.
As Shorty was able to make it up the stairs there after taking quite a bit of shots. Now rotating down behind. Can she find this kill? Ends up not finding the kill she was looking for, but does pick up Venus and is now starting to push in towards the hard point's got a smoke down. Going to pick up an extra one there. Is now on the point. Almost able to get the turn on to Nathy, but not quite. And now Nathy, great use of the grab vortex. Picks up 2. Picks up 3, and as well was able to buy the team time to get into this hill and help her get the defense down. Now she's got some utility going down in that trophy system, but this has been a heck of a game for Zygnus so far. Shorty comes through with 3, makes the rebreak onto the point. And
yeah,
if you're looking, and you may have a different opinion here, Verdict, I think they stopped pushing for this P3, and it does look like most of the team has done so. And unfortunately, Venus is going to pay. She pushed for that P3, and now look where she spawned, way on the backside as well. So that could be a little bit rough.
That is, and I got to say, that was a big L for Celeste there. They had the early spawns. I don't know what they were doing, like, caught up in mid. There was, like, 4 players all on that P2 side of the map. And it was a big ball drop there. That was a big opportunity for them to take advantage of that P3 transition that they earned. And more so less, they just spent a lot of time trying to get back inside the point because they kept respawning back behind the tower. So now we're going to see Plow site open P4. And right now it is looking like all Zygnus Geneva are actually going to be one of the very few left. Layla going to be able to find one before she drops, but Aeon comes through and cleans house. 4 on board. Kira finds one as well, make it 2. The break is going to come through, and it's going to be 30 seconds left on the point, so this is massive point time for Celeste. Let's go ahead and get a quick listen in with them as this transition's about 20 seconds left, and we'll see how the comms are for P1 reset.
All right, let's go for it.
Set up next, set up next, set up next.
Yeah, I'm pushing the sun right now.
I'm pushing top, I'm pushing. There's one top.
One top.
One top dead.
What's
One
up?
top control. I got top control.
Sampo rojo, sampo rojo.
One top dead.
Watch your bottom, watch your bottom, watch your bottom. Cage.
One top.
Oh, one stairs. She can't, they can get her. One top down.
I'm looking at it. Go top. Just go top.
No, man. Yo prefer
Behind
top.
you, shorty.
Dead, about that. One more. Stay.
Voy, punto.
Is that?
Ay,
Go next.
There's two ult.
no.
Set up next.
Una punto. One.
I got your connector. There's one connector dead. Nice. Set up next.
Jump down. What the fuck, dog? Ult.
There's 4 ult. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck, 4 ult. Nice.
Connector.
I got your bottom. They're spawning green side.
They go spawning green. No, top. No, April. Then.
Top.
Spawn straight.
Alright, well, as you guys could hear, definitely had some comms coming through, some good call-outs. You can see a lot of the focus that they did put on top for that P1 moving over towards P2. And we might have enough time left in this game, Verdict. If we go to a P3, I think we'll probably try to jump in with Zygnus and see what they tried to get going on. Right now, we've got 29 seconds left on this P2 reset, and it's a tie game. 114. Kira looking for the kill, picks up Venus there.
Yeah, we've got a decent one here. Zygnus barreling up. They're doubling down for that P3 transition. They're going to have a little bit of an advantage for now, but that time is going to be short-lived as the rotations are going to come through, and this is what Zygnus is banking on. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's hear how this P3 transition sounds as...
Verde. Tres verde. Están saliendo
Dos
atrás de
verde.
nosotras.
Y conector.
Cuidado que cambie spawn. Cambio spawn.
No, conector.
Principal. No.
Me mató verde.
Vamos. Tiren sus humos.
Perdimos spam. Buena.
No, están todas.
Venga.
Todas. Están tocadas. Buena, Vanish, buena.
Una. Buena. Nieve. Muerta.
Sí. Mala mía, perdón.
¡Otra más!
Buena, Laila.
¡Otra más! ¡Cuidado, Pedro!
Buena. Tiro principal.
Entren,
Qué buena.
Con este ganamos.
Hay que entrar todas.
¡No, otra más! 5 segundos, ¡Qué buena, chicas!
Buena.
Vamos, chicas.
All right, some solid comms coming through there, and a great use of the gravity vortex. I don't know if you caught it there at the end, but dropped that ball right where the last player that had a chance to touch the point was going to be able to get in, and obviously with the gravity vortex there, unable to make that rotation, unable to make the, I think only 2 seconds of contest that was needed, and is going to be Zygnus coming through with the clutched up hardpoint win once again in this phenomenal series that we always have with Celeste and Zygnus.
Yeah, that goes back to Zygnus doubling down to get the P3 transition down and pack early on. They're not battling to get in the point. That's exactly how Celeste should have done it the first time. If that would have happened earlier on, we might have had a different, outcome. But that's not the case. The transition from P2 to P3 was just sloppy for Celeste early on. Zygnus made him pay for it. Zygnus make him pay for it in the long run. They get game number 1, 150 to 136. This one got down to the wire, man. I was checking it out, and I was like, man, I don't know if Zygnus is going to be able to hold this. And sure enough, they had plenty of control on the hill. They had plenty of spawn control to go along with it. It was just a freaking battle, bloodbath going into that transition, and they come out on top. 30 and 20 for Layla, too. I can't stop talking about how great this girl is. I've seen her crosshair placement. It is just on a different level. She is one of my favorites to watch And to see her top frag, just absolutely crazy. A minute 23 on the point there for Nathy as well, 26 and 19. So overall, a decent looking scorecard on the right-hand side of the screen. If you look on the left side, with the exception of Beef Shorty and Aeon, who barely went positive, it was a lot of negativity across the board. I'll give Bianca a little bit of slack because she put up almost a minute on the hill. But Kira, girl, where were you? I know that you're an S&D sniper main, but you got to be able to contribute, especially in such a close ball game like this.
Well, I remember, obviously, we jumped into comms with the Angels yesterday when we were between games because of the whole fiasco with Serenity forfeiting and, you know, having to bump teams up, and we just wanted to give you guys something kind of exciting to fill in. We were talking a little bit before we went live with the Angels, and I don't remember if you were there for the whole section verdict, but I did ask the Angels who they thought the next best team for North America would be after themselves.
They said Celeste.
They said Celeste. They did say Celeste in a best-of-5 format would, typically speaking, have an advantage in that Zygnus would win the Search and Destroys. And this is now the second time that we've seen Zygnus make a comeback on Hardpoint. So I know Angels were specifically saying that when they have their starting roster, they pretty much just always beat Celeste. They're not dropping maps against them, and it's, you know, that's not an issue. But they did say they drop Search and Destroys here and there against Zygnus. So I definitely think that, you know, adds a little bit of spice to kind of the matchup we have ahead of us. Because the winner of this matchup goes on to face Angels in the grand finals, which is going to be a best of 7.
I remember in that interview yesterday as well with the BB Angels, they made a claim that Celeste was that #1 team, or the most competitive team that they have looked forward to. They also made a claim that they're not the best in Search and Destroy. Like that's one of their weaker points. But again, I think I made a claim yesterday as well. They haven't dropped a single Search and Destroy since losing the BB Angels in the opener. So I think, you know, this is where we're going to see Celeste pop off, and I have 100% confidence in the, you know, with Shorty being added to the roster, definitely going to open up some leeway. So I've always made the claim that Celeste have a weird way of starting things off with a hardpoint. It can go 50-50. I've seen them improve. This was a better improvement, but you go back to that P3 transition on the beginning, that was where I felt they lost a lot of points that they could have, you know, closed that gap out. So I'm going to stand firm and say hardpoint's not their best game mode. Search and Destroy is better. And I'll go against, you know, the girls over at BB Angels call. You know, that's just me though. And maybe they have a little bit better
to be fair,
perspective.
Yeah, I was about to say, to be fair, they do scrim all these teams pretty regularly, right? Like we get to see a handful of games when tournament day is here, when we're casting them, right? Other times there's, you know, when we do our normal mobile mayhem, there's live in the background that, you know, we don't get to see. So I definitely think that is something to consider. But I think these two teams are fairly even across the board. I mean, Celeste, obviously, they were only able to, or only dropped a map against of Search and Destroy against the Angels, and they were able to beat Zygnus there. But I mean, dude, that series was so. Oh, Kira! What a jump shot there, taking Venus off the bomb head glitch. Might be able to find a Layla here too if Layla makes an aggressive peek at the stairs.
Yeah, Shorty was trying to abuse that little wall bang spot through trailer and gets peeked through the windowsill, and sure enough, bomb's down. It's been down for a while. Oh my God, Kira. You were the last hope, though. Aeon was not going to clutch that. And there we go. We got one round in favor of the girls over at Zygnus. So maybe BB Angels have insider info, as you said. You know, they see these girls scrim all the time. But what I've seen so far in the season, they have looked pretty solid in Search and Destroy. And right now, they're not starting solid on this firing range map. As a matter of fact, we're going to see a complete A-side push. One player's going to get taken down early. That's Beef Shorty getting the first blood. And Nathy going to get the refrag there. Clears off this A bomb side. Bianca might be able to spoil the push, but Nathy, expecting her to be there, is going to be able to get a few shots. But Bianca's going to win the gunfight. 3v3, 2-for-2 trades. Beef Shorty is 100% one shot. Is going to be able to play her life. And Aeon going to come through and help out. Bianca finally going to be out now. It's a 2v2 scenario. Bomb is still in the hands of Layla. They're going to make that B-side transition now.
Yep, making that B-side push, and obviously we know it, but they don't. They've got a free pass at B here. Both Beef Shorty and Aeon are still chilling over at the trailer / long A. Obviously, Zygnus, again, they don't know that, so they do got to play this still a little bit cautious. And they can get a free plant here. They can set themselves up to be in a really, really good position. But now you can see Beef Shorty starting to make that rotation over. Sees that there's no action going on at A. Peek over to B. Not really anything there either. Might catch one rotating over right now. Sure enough, Layla.
Shorty.
Yeah. Yeah, they took a little bit too long to make their play there, and Shorty was able to pick up one, which might be what it takes to tie this series up. There's less than 30 seconds on the board. Shorty knows Bomb is down on B. You can see she's watching that out right now. You got Aeon looking to push up through the jungle. And without
She
Bomb...
gonna be able to get this tower site? Yeah, this Bomb is completely neglected. Venus looking for that refrag. She's not going to have any time to do anything here. This is going to be a round in favor of the girls over at Celeste.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 5 seconds. She has to find both kills, and if you look...
That ain't happening.
I mean, found Shorty up in the tower after she threw that grenade, but doesn't matter. Going to be a kill picked up, but a round goes over to the side of Celeste, tying things up 1-1 on their defense here.
It was a great round for Celeste, a great bounce back round, to say the least. You saw how powerful the Zygnus team can be when they make an aggressive push and get the frags to go along with it. Now we're going to see the jungle side push come through. They're wanting to go to B, and you can see all the focus. There's 2 players there. 2 more players are going to come through. One's going to be holding off the backside push. Aeon going to be spotted right here by Venus. Aeon going to find first blood, though. Layla going to get the refrag. And we got 1-for-1s coming through. Vanish is all the way on the full flank. Kira actually is about to get dropped here if she can't play her time.
I'm actually surprised that we had nobody push that backside box head glitch for this B side. That's a typical really big power play for the defense. Oh, Bianca coming through, absolutely lasering people. Got the nice M13 Dark Matter as well, but it's going to be Kira picking up the last kill, pulls out the MW11 to clean that one up. And Celeste taking advantage here. 2-1, it's still very early on. We could see this go either way.
I think Celeste might have a little bit of an advantage here. They kind of, took that first round, and, they were expecting to go ahead and go back, or Zygnus was expecting to go back to A and it'd be free, and it was everything but free. It cost them a round, and now they're kind of indecisive. They can't decide if they want to go A or B, can't commit, and that's when you get your opponent's head, and that allows for you to have a little bit more momentum. But at the moment, just because you have that momentum doesn't mean you need to be free range with it. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at a decent spread for Celeste here. They got a 2-1-2 split. 1 player in mid. That's Beef Shorty. As I just said that. I don't know who got the first blood. I didn't even see Venus drop, but a hell of a defense here from Celeste. Beef Shorty can't be caught out in the open here, so got to play her live.
Trying to play a really aggressive angle with the sniper there. Obviously, you can see there's a little gap between the sandbags and that sheet metal, where you can kind of see anybody trying to make that cross over to trailer. Even if you're not able to make the shot, you can get that information called out to your team. Also have Bianca, who's backside of trailer on a long, looking for the rotation, but it is going to be Nathy starting to push up. Bianca definitely had to have heard the trophy system come over. The smoke is down. Got Nathy pushing up for the plant. Bianca pushed into trailer. Interesting play there. You're gonna miss the first shot.
Oh, look at Shorty. Shorty looking for that angle to get that bomb carrier. Is he gonna be able to get the angle, but has to reposition? Now Kira's drop. Layla gets one. Bianca trying to get that refrag. It's not gonna happen though just yet. Queen comes through backside. A little bit of support there for Aeon, and now about 20 seconds. 2 players left to deal with. Layla finds one. Layla drops, and that is it. Aeon finding that last kill. Bob is going to be defused 3 rounds in a row for this Celeste girls team, who literally got outplayed in the first round and have outplayed Zygnus since. I'm talking about getting that mind control. They're not as they're not as unpredictable as they were in that first round. They got a good grasp on the defense so far, and this is 3 pretty decent rounds in a row for the girls over at Celeste. So We'll see if they can continue that same energy now. As you can see, Zygnus, they can't make a commitment too early. They want to make this a long push, but they are just not certain. Beef Shorty, go ahead and guaranteeing that that is not the play. Gets the first blood there. And again, Venus, one of those sniper talents for Zygnus, not going to be able to thrive here. Going to get taken out early, and a minute and 30 on the clock. Nathy does have the bomb up. He is going to go ahead and get it down, but you got a one-player disadvantage. We'll see if they can capitalize on that, though.
We'll be looking to see. We do have the backside rotation coming through. Kira gets taken down, but Jadebra immediately gets refragged. We now have Layla left alone. Finds one, but Aeon gonna find the refrag, and once again, Celeste come through. And Celeste looking better in Search and Destroy than I think Angels gave them credit for. So we will.
Wait. Are you saying Verdict was right?
I mean,
you know what? The game's not over with. The game's not over with. I can't. I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah, before you caster curse them and Zygnus make the comeback. They will never forgive you if that happens.
No. Oh, Shorty. Gets a little buddy hop to go across, makes that transition over, gets
Kira.
Kira, what in the world?
Yo,
okay.
Layla had the heady, had the advantage of looking in the door. Kira able to make the slide peek and quick scopes her off the head glitch. Absolutely nasty. I didn't catch it from Kira's perspective, but man, from Layla's, that did not look pretty.
Oh, they are just absolutely violating right now. Geneva going to be able to find one. It's not going to be enough, though. You got 4 more to deal with in 25 seconds. Gets taken down. Vanish, the last player alive, going to be caught right in front of trailer site. And we've got match point. Kind of, was looking at this trend. I've seen the hard points fall shy of closing out. Now we're seeing a Search and Destroy game that is just absolutely on point so far for the girls over Celeste. They just need one more round. They can tie this up. It's a best of 5 series. Whatever was on the face-off against BB Angels. And, is it safe to say this is a battle for second place? I don't know. This Celeste team and Zygnus team coming in with some heavy smoke off the rip.
Yeah, looking solid right now, but for Search specifically, if you're Angels and you are more worried about Zygnus and Search and Destroy, you might want to reconsider that, because we do have a very aggressive bomb plant coming through for Celeste. 35 seconds on the clock, still at 5 versus 5. Zygnus just do not know what to do right now, and look at the defensive angles that are set up for the side of Celeste. They're all playing the back and the sides. They have advantage of being able to see that bomb for at least 4 of their players. Nathy is making that rotation down. She's going to find one to open things up. Kira going to find Ginebra for the refrag. It's a 4v4, but there's only 10 seconds left to go. Verdict. This looks like Celeste are going to be able to close it out. The fake defuse not going to work. Venus getting fried. Did they clutch it up in time? Is it just barely there?
Yeah, they got plenty of time. Yeah, plenty.
A second and a half to go.
Yeah. But it's not over yet. Plenty of time. That was a great execution. Like, it had to have happened that way. There's no other way a round like that could have gone in Zygnus' favor unless they did that bull rush. And even though Nathy got taken out a little earlier than expected, she was 100% the leading anchor into that B-side push. She got that first blood on Queen, and everything was just kind of... I don't even remember what happened, dude. I'm kind of in a daze still. It was just so fast. Sure enough, we've got another round in favor of Zygnus. They are able to clutch up one round and buy themselves another in this search, but again, another free plan over at B. They're going to have 45 seconds. We saw them perform last round, but, it kind of got a little too close.
Venus stuck that defuse just in time, and absolutely no fear, just went for the defuse, standing up, was 1 HP, and her teammate was able to save her life, and that was really a factor that came through. You have Beef Shorty picking up first blood. Now Kira finds another onto Ginebra. We now got Vanish pushing up, going to rotate right down. They ran right past each other in the smoke. Kira gets taken down. Bianca there for the refrag. It's now a 3 versus 2.
Oh, Shorty.
Layla taking down Nathy. 8 seconds to go. Needs to find a defuse. Gets 1 kill, but just not time on the board. And doesn't even matter. Bianca going to come through, clean things up. And the 6-2 win comes through.
There we go.
Just because the question is there in chat a lot. Yes, there were 4 teams that made it to the finals, and Xplicit Girls was unable to field a roster for tonight. They only had 3 players, so they did forfeit the first game of the night, and that's why we're only going to have the 2 series, because we'll have this semifinal, and then the loser of this just will by default win the 3rd place matchup since they don't have an opponent.
All right. I don't know how to deal with this, but I guess I'm just gonna have to embrace something new. You can tell me when I'm, that I'm right at any point now. I'll go ahead and take that. I take my L's, and I have a lot of them. I need my W, and I need it to be glorious day. Go ahead, hit me. Tell me.
Listen.
Tell me.
Okay, I got you.
I'm listening.
I got you. Baby Angels were wrong on the search and destroy. I'm not gonna say you were right, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna say they were wrong. So that is all tied up in the series now, 1-1 between these 2 teams. Bianca and Kira coming through with 8 kills apiece, 7 for Aeon, 6 for Shorty, 5 for Queen. Did have a couple players really showing out for the side of Zygnus as well. One of your favorites, Layla, coming through with 7. Nathy with 7 on the board as well. 5 for Venus, and then 3 and 3 for Vanish and Ginebra. That's going to be, again, as we mentioned, all tied up 1-1. Verdict, you were right. Celeste, a little bit more stacked in Search and Destroy than maybe you were anticipating, and maybe a little bit more than the Baby Angels were anticipating too. And part of that could also be you don't want to give away all your strategies against especially your strongest opponent in those scrims. So that is a little bit hard to say if that's a factor. So we're at least guaranteed that map 4 now, which is nice. I like that. Definitely want more action for you guys. And things really starting to spice up here on finals day.
Yeah, it is. As a matter of fact, you can go ahead and clip that chat. I'll go ahead and print it off and put it on my refrigerator later. They told me I was right, and it felt so glorious. I'm just going to go ahead and bask in that for a little bit while I got my festive outfit on. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday spirit, and enjoy it for now, because now we're going to be jumping into a crossfire domination, which is yucky, to say the least. So this is going to be the determining factor, in my opinion. Whoever can win this swing map, which the way I'm seeing it right now, Zygnus have the disadvantage. But did we see this same map be the determining factor earlier on in the season?
Zygnus have the advantage.
Yeah, they have it in the second half, but
right. The second half is the important half. You're not limited to 75 points in the second half.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, didn't Celeste take that first half a little gracefully against this same Zygnus roster and end up winning the series based off of this map alone?
I think so.
Well, here we go. We're going to see the initial B cap come through. A site is going to be a little closer in relativity to this B portion of the map.
Flip. We've already got a flip
early on. This is man, this is massive. Queen looking for the B cap. Gonna find one, but he's got a lot of presence here. Oh my God, Queen is gonna get taken down. Venus utilizing one of those Predator missiles that she's already earned, and C is gonna be capped by Zygnus, but the A and B cap is gonna be in favor of the girls over at Celeste. This is getting scrappy already. First half, just downright disrespectful so far.
And definitely a good position to be in if you are Zygnus and you're Celeste. You're pretty worried right about now. Do you have a... I don't know why it says she's using a pred. Doesn't have it anymore. Venus almost on a cluster, though. I do think that is something to consider, because that can be a big tool for, either using it objectively to just defend a B. But it is kind of a narrow drop pattern here, right? Where B is at. So typically you're gonna dump it a little bit more into this corner, like right where Bianca is facing away from. It gives you a little bit more opportunity to do, one, defend B, just because you have more missiles that'll actually drop in that proximity, but also you'll have some that drop to cut off that rotation from your enemies. And right now, the AB actually looking solid for the side of Celeste. Kira gonna pick up an extra one onto Nathy there mid. We see a foot goes on B, but is immediately dropped, and somehow Celeste are making the A side work right now. It's not a huge advantage, but if they can maintain it for the rest of the half, they will at least get themselves a cushion. But oh, where's the trophy?
That's tough. Nathy gonna try and secure the bag there. Got a 2-player push up. They're gonna be able to get that B cap. Trophy not in play, but guess what? Zygnus still come out and get that B cap to go through, and now it is going to be a little bit of a struggle here. We've seen the A side be a little more favorable for Celeste to start things off with as the flip came through.
Dude,
and now we're going to see a little bit of adversity.
Excuse me.
Is
Queen
right now,
is
isn't she?
Frying, dude.
Yeah.
She's got 12 and 5 on the board. My drink definitely went down the wrong way there. Sorry about that. But definitely got to give credit where credit is due. The slight lead that the side of Celeste have is largely going to be due to her. Shorty now climbing up towards the top. Going to find one onto Nathy. Vanish looking for the kill from behind. Going to pick that one up. Now the B progress starting to come through once again. You can see Vanish is rotating up, but you don't want to gunfight with Queen right now.
God. Did she just knock her off the death machine right there?
Yeah.
That's tough. I mean, to even pull one out with only 70, I mean, it's like 70 to 60 at that point. There's no way you get maximum usage out of that. What do you get, a B cap for temporary? The flip comes through early. Zygnus get the C side, but did they bite off a little more than they can chew? This A side was just absolutely cracked for Celeste. They have a 14-point advantage, and now we're going to see the sides flip. The good thing, as Dave mentioned earlier, the second half, you're not going to be capped at points, and right now, Zygnus only need 14 more to cover the spread. They need to get this B cap early on.
Yeah, admin team, can we swap the sides on the overlay? We've got them backwards, so hopefully we'll be able to get that fixed for you guys here shortly. I actually don't have control of that. Boom, there it goes right there, ready to go. Thank you, chat, for that. It is about a 22-point lead, 21-point lead for the side of Celeste, but again, I feel like this is the same situation they were in last time, where Zygnus had the strong side in the second half, and they just didn't have enough of a lead. And it's looking to be the same right now because that point gap is dwindling. Only about 6 points to go as the CB do come through. Side of Zygnus, you can see they're looking to anchor that spawn back. They knew Queen was rotating, and Queen does have a Goliath, so we'll have to see how that gets used. You can see she's going for the flip. I don't know if she's quite gonna know that Nathy is here.
No, but she is now. She's gonna get
it doesn't even matter. Aeon's gonna pick it up.
Good frags there. That is gonna be a C-side flip early on here, not as early as Zygnus got it. And now we've got an AC cap, and look at where Beef Shorty is. Beef Shorty kind of holding down this A side of the map, waiting for somebody to come put some pressure on it. And what is Zygnus doing? They don't have a home flag, but the good thing is Celeste are actually spawning out, so maybe they play for that long end, go for that C site, maybe able to put a little bit of pressure there and get the reflip, but man, this is getting close, bro. This is way too close for calling. Even though Celeste was able to capitalize on a little bit of a flip, it was short-lived, and Zygnus persevered and played a long game, and it might have paid off for him.
Yeah, Bianca has a sentry, so if they're able to get the B here, they could definitely capitalize on holding down some time, but Layla comes through with a big two-piece on the Pred, gets an extra kill. Kira ends up finding two, but Vanish taking down Aeon. Can't get this progress finished off on B. Ginebra gonna come through, picks up an extra one there. And that B progress that we had going for Celeste is all cleared off now, and Zygnus, they take the advantage. Aeon finds one, but gets dropped. And Vanish streaking out right now on this hill. Does find one last one for full streaks before Bianca gets in. Got to get this Pred missile down.
Oh, and destroyed the sentry gun too. How devastating. The C-side not going to be capped either. There's a sentry gun there. The Hunter Killer is going to go up. The assist comes in. Beef Shorty's the last one alive. Beef Shorty wins that when the C-cap does come through. So a little bit of pressure there. One player left for Beef Shorty to deal with. Does get the kill on one, but there's one more. Nathy. That is a massive
The Goliath's trade. That's pretty funny. We do now have the C going back over to the side of Team Zygnus. Can we get the B pressure? Queen has a Goliath of her own out now, pushing on up. See, 20 points to go, and just about, we need this B now for the side of Zygnus. I don't think it's going to happen. That's going to be triple cap right here, verdict. And Zygnus have found a way to win the domination crossfire once again. Not going to be enough that that Celeste can do about it. We need about 3 seconds of triple cap for the side of Celeste, and there's just not time on the board for them to get over to C and get it in time.
Yep.
There's
That's
the clear
tough.
out. That's a rough and super, super close game. 7-point difference. But the lead is to Zygnus, and not only did they win this round, but they now have a lead in the series 2-1. We're getting ready to go into another hard point, which they were able to clutch up in game 1.
Man, that was a hell fault. Game 3, Zygnus just able to persevere. They had a 14-point disadvantage. They started off with that C flag, and I got to say, they did a great job of being very, very quick on their feet to get back to that C site. They know that they can't thrive with that A flag. They didn't even attempt to go there, and sure enough, it paid off. They take it by 7 points, and you gotta be, man, Vanish just was a demon that game. She didn't have demon stats, but those score streaks on point. 27 and 14 though for Layla. That is going to be the top frag in the lobby. She's going to have just a continuation of what she had in that game 1. I think she went 30 and 20. And then she dropped 7 in the Search and Destroy, which obviously they just got outplayed. Now they're going to be heading into a hardpoint game where they're going to have an advantage. They could easily close this one out just based off of what I've seen so far from the squad of Celeste. I don't know if they're going to be able to snag this one. I'm taking a look at the rotations, and it's not going to be as close of a map as Summit, but Raid could very well be. I don't know. This may be like an even map to see how these two play off, because I've seen Firing Range, I've seen Summit now, I've seen a few other ones Standoff, and I want to say Zygnus have taken every single one of those. Now we're going to see a Raid map that I haven't seen that this Celeste team play against the Zygnus girls on. This might be Celeste able to buy one more game. They're just going to have to play their lives out. They cannot make sloppy rotations like they did in that Summit.
Yeah, and I think when we get into the next game, I definitely want to hop through all of the players on the side of Celeste and see who's running trophies, because if you want me to be flat out honest with you here,
I don't think anybody had trophies. Yeah.
Zygnus had great trophy control. Great trophy control. And unfortunately for the side of Celeste, just didn't seem like there was any. So that is a big factor. And one of the other things I do want to state out, and this is not a shot at Shorty by any way, shape, or form. She did have a bad game here in the domination, but she was one of the top frags for the hard point, and that was another very, very close match. She also did quite well in the Search and Destroy, obviously. She did go 10 and 20 here. A big factor for me is Celeste have played all season, with the except of the past 2 days, well, today and yesterday, with Cammy, who I've seen in chat today, and I just don't know why Cammy's not here. She's been a huge factor for the side of Celeste. She's a constant threat in the respawns, kind of to the same degree that Kira is in the Search and Destroy. And again, Beef Shorty was one of the top frags for the hard point. So this is not a shot at her whatsoever. But one of the comments that the BB Angels mentioned when we did our interview with them the other day is how important team synergy is, especially with the Angels, where many of them have been playing multiple games together for years now. And that's a strong thing that the Angels have going for them. And I feel like going into finals day, it just feels really weird for Celeste to not play with one of their original starters.
Yeah, I mean, you add it and adds a lot of value to your team, right? She's a hell of a slayer. She's a hell of a sniper. She's just a hell of a player all around. But I think one of the things that BB Angels mentioned last night, and I don't know if we got it on stream, or I think I might have dipped out right before that portion, or we heard a little bit of it. Team chemistry and synergy is just one of the biggest factors in the competitive scene. They've been together, some of them for 4 years, others 2+. You're looking at a team who has vetted with each other versus a team who are still trying to change the pieces to the puzzle. And you can tell by the way that they play, BB Angels, that chemistry pays off, because they know each other inside and out. They know where their weaknesses are. They know where their strengths are. They know what they can rely on. They know what they can expect. They're not having unrealistic expectations. When you get into games like this, you don't have that, kind of tenure with a team. It could be a huge factor. So I'm 100% on board with it. But at the same time, I still feel like that domination game was a little bit maybe solo pushing towards the objective, not getting those trophies on. Maybe not coordinating perfectly. So yeah, it could be that team synergy that'd be a huge factor.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. We do have Bianca and Kira running trophy systems. I don't know if that's a recent change, like as in like they updated it between games or what. But we will have to see. For the side of Zygnus, we do have Layla and Nathy running trophies as well. So hopefully we'll see a little bit better trophy control out of the side of Celeste during this game, because it was not their last game. I don't know if they were throwing them down and just they weren't in good spots or what, but there were so many Predator missiles and thumpers that were able to come into B just completely uncontested that you have to question where it was at, right? Nathy picking up a big one on to Bianca there, taking her off that head glitch. This is going to be a big start for Zygnus. They might be looking to close things out in a 3-1 victory here if they're able to find this raid.
We'll see it now. P2 transition is going to come through. You can already see a massive lead, or not massive, but a much better performance on P1 for Zygnus in comparison to Celeste. Celeste have double down for spawns, but not going to be 100%, you know, accounted for. I did see Aeon who spawned out, and there's only one player left on the point, and that's Venus actually picking up that last frag. So they might have kitchen for now, but they don't have spawn solidified, and that's going to be a massive issue. As you can see, Queen spawning all the way south of Ring. That doesn't happen if you battle for that spawn site in comparison just to getting on point. And now we're going to see Zygnus make them pay for their errors. So this is where that hardpoint factor comes in. Celeste, one of the teams that I absolutely love to see played, all too often fall shy here early on or later on in the game. There's always a little bit of, you know, questionable gameplay in hardpoints alone that lead me to believe that this team was a little weaker here. And sure enough, they're getting exposed right now. 61 to a 19-point advantage. Venus coming through, just slaying out, clears off this garage site. Now they've got spawns renewed. They've got multiple players in the point. This is tough. I don't know if Celeste is going to be able to bounce back after this.
Yeah, definitely looking pretty harsh right now. It looks like they had an opportunity to make it in, but a good grab vortex from Nathy going to come through, picks up one. Venus with the death machine finds another, make it two. Shorty now in the backside. She's got the equalizers, finds three, finds four.
She got one more to deal with. She got her. But another one managed to make it in. They're coming through gym site. You're not going to be able to get that range, and all those kills not even going to be rewarded. Look at that, 20 points left on the hill. Well, spawns are kind of weird here. Look at this. They literally just spawned right outside a garage.
Yeah, I can't hear it. I can't hear it, but I could feel Shorty raging after that play.
Oh, big facts.
Speaking of hear Shorty raging, do we want to jump into voice comms with one of these teams?
Yeah, let's do Zygnus right now. They're on a roll.
We've taken the lead. Hunter-killer drone deployed. Hardpoint identified.
Dos top.
No, cuartito. Ya hay tres en punto.
Cuartito.
Escalera.
No, tocado. Escalera, otra vez.
Se metió cuartito. Vamos.
Tenemos que ay, no. 4 puntos.
Tocadas.
Están todas en la esquina.
Una más en punto.
Muerta una. Tenemos piscina. Escalera. Ay, no, bro, granada.
No mames.
No pasa nada. Ay, no, bro, Kobe.
Ya me mataron.
Ya.
Rotar. No importa, vamos a rotar.
Cocina.
Pega cocina.
Después otro.
No, una en
cocina.
Si le destruimos.
Hay una cocina. Nada. Cocina tocada. Se va a asomar, son dos cocinas. Más cocina.
No, piscina, dobles.
Tengo una aquí.
Tengo tempes.
Ay, no, Goliath. Buena. Pilares.
Me mató dos puntos.
Dobles.
Perdona, ay, no, otra más. Dobles, chicas. Dobles.
Vamos, sí se puede, sí se
Tocadas,
puede, sí se puede.
tocadas. Ahí, Ginebra.
En cocina, cocina. Ah, está por
Zigzag.
zigzag.
Tocada la máquina.
Salí, Londres.
No,
salí,
no,
Londres.
no,
Ya,
Rota,
rotéame,
rota.
rotéame,
Está
rotéame.
bien, rota, chicas, rota.
Ah, me van a-
Pilares.
Vamos a
Chicas,
pilares,
no hay que desesperarnos, Ya hay una
Vamos,
en el
vamos.
siguiente.
All right, some really good comms coming through there, and definitely could hear the struggles. You know, it felt kind of bad. We hopped into voice comms with Zygnus, but I got to be honest, Bianca was fragging out so hard I could not get off of her perspective. In fact, she was able to rack up a Goliath on that hill. They've also just about brought this game back. You've got the Goliath, and I'm hoping there's some call-outs for some trophies here, because Aeon, you know, I was giving her all the credit, silently, obviously, as we were in a listen-in, as that P4 was so good for her. She streaked out, but unfortunately, she had that Goliath marching towards P5, and just had no assistance on the trophies. A couple FHJs came through, took her down. Now, got a big P1 reset hold coming through for the side of Celeste. Verdict.
Yeah, they got a great job of redeeming themselves on the backs of that P4 transition. They end up ultimately winning that hill and P5. They've got the lead for the first time in the night. This is going to be a make or break situation, though. They've got to be able to get this transition over to P2. The reset is coming through. It's only about 8 seconds. The Goliath's going to finally make that trek over. It might get taken out here. It's about half health. If it can make a safe transition, this is 100% all Celeste. They've got massive presence, but they don't have spawns. Take a look at it. Vanish just spawned in. Only 7 seconds needed, so they may not even need that long. We're going to see plenty of score streaks in. This is going to be a massive dub.
Yeah, big Vortex there as well. We had 2 in the money room, and we dropped a Vortex right in the doorway, so they couldn't push into point. Great play coming out of Celeste. And I still got to go back to Aeon on that P4 basketball court. I personally believe Aeon might have exclusively saved the game with the feed that she was able to come through on that P4, and really saved the hill there. They were able to pick up a lot of time, and more importantly, they were able to deny the time going over to Zygnus. So really well executed plays out of Aeon. She was struggling for a large portion of that game, and found a ton of points there. And again, the kills she was able to pick up in that cubby room, and she full streaked out, and you saw the cluster strike come in, and we were in comms with Zygnus, and you heard it as soon as that cluster strike came in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at Bianca. My girl went 26-13 and took a mortgage out on the objective. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Ever since they updated the respawns for Hardpoint, or tweaked them, or whatever they did, I don't think I've seen too many past that minute and a half, minute 45 area. 2:15 is just godly. This is the stats of a girl who wants to see that game number 5. Well, guess what? They did it. They bounced back even after being down. What was that, like 90-12 on that P3 transition to P4? Sheesh. We've got ourselves a game 5 scenario. And it's going to be sweaty. It's going to be a search and destroy on what map day? I cannot remember the rotation. Let me scroll up real quick.
We've got a search and destroy on standoff.
Okay, this is going back to that claim that we had the other night when we were talking back and forth about, you know, where we think this team thrives at. We were talking about that best of 3 that Zygnus lost and Celeste won. This is the map that they did it on, right? Celeste, they didn't have any business winning this map, right?
Yeah, I mean, the whole series was close down to the wire. I mean, as close as the games that we've had here tonight, right? But
Yeah.
you know, this is also another instance where, you know, Beef Shorty did great. She did 26-15, put up the kills that game, but I still got to wonder what the team synergy is like at this point in the competition, because again, we played all season with Cammy, and now you're in a game 5 with the supposedly better search and destroy team, at least according to some of their scrim partners. But Celeste, what, they won 6-2 in the last search and destroy? So definitely thinking they have a big opportunity here coming into standoff as well. We're going to be looking at a lot of that sniper talent. So for the side of Celeste, we're largely going to be looking at Kira and Beef Shorty, and that's a tall order for Zygnus to answer, especially on a map like standoff, where the most prominent bomb site has a lot of wallbang capability, and we know Kira and Beef Shorty are good enough to bring that presence to the table. Layla, typically a pretty nutty search and destroy monster, as well as Nathy on the side of Zygnus. So we have to look and see. We should be getting ready to get into this game here shortly. Again, it is game 5. The one that counts. This is going to decide who goes on to the winners bracket to face, or I guess it's not the winners bracket, who continues on to the grand finals to face off against the BB Angels, and who is going to be taking that free win in the third place matchup. As again, Xplicit Girls did say they were unable to field a roster for tonight. I don't know if anything has changed on that front, but I would imagine not. I feel like the admins would have told us on that, but we're in the game, and here we go, Verdict.
Here we are. This is it. Game number 5. We saw the first Search or Destroy pan out. 6-2 win for the girls over Celestial. This is a different map, though. This is standoff. This is one of those OG maps that we've seen so many times that I know these girls have. Kira just threading shots left and right. Finds 2 right there. Ginebra gets laced. Ginebra and Nathy are down. Massive advantage early on now for Celeste, as they're looking to take this Game 5 series. Zygnus looking to do the same, and Beef Shorty, I know we were talking about the contribution, finds one before she drops, and there's only 2 players left. This is all in Celeste. They gotta clutch this one. They can't give anything to the side of Zygnus, especially being in a 5-2 scenario.
You are absolutely right. I'm a little disappointed after I sat there and said, you know, we're going to be looking at the likes of Kira and Beef Shorty for the side of Celeste, that I didn't catch those 2 snipes off the bat. But now we're left in a situation where Venus and Vanish, they have a doable 2v4 here, right? It's not going to be easy by any means, but it's definitely something that they could find. We did have Kira taking some damage there, but she's going to survive. Venus, I don't know if that was the corner to peek around Spray, and almost gets her killed as Aeon was sitting there at the tank. You can now see Vanish is pushing up. Does she know Aeon is at the corner here at the other side of the tank? That's a tough one. Queen gonna find a free one. Now Vanish looking for Kira, but didn't know Aeon was at the tank. I feel like there was a little bit of a missed call out there. Again, we did just have Venus peeked that broken wall and got shot at from the tank, so I have to imagine there should have been a call out there.
There should have been a call out there. You're absolutely right. That bomb carry and Nathy gets taken out early on. It puts the bomb in a very, very questionable spot. Kira gonna find first blood of the round, just continuing that demon mode. Is actually gonna get thumpered though. Bomb is still in the hands of Nathy. You go back to where that bomb was placed at when it went down. Obviously, you've got to make that transition up, and all the girls over at Celeste needed to do is just kind of hold and wait, and that's what they did, and it was a perfect round for them. They had a great first round of defense. Now we're going to see the attack coming through here for Zygnus. They find 2 more. 3 for 3 trades. This is going to leave Bianca and Shorty all on their own. Bianca, CT tank, sees 2. Bomb is picked up, or is about to get dropped off here on the A-bomb site, and Shorty looking for the reposition. Bianca gonna... Oh, this is a great pinch method. Let's see if they can pan it out. Oh, you gotta hit those, Shorty. Oh, they played their 2s perfectly right there.
The last one. Complete the mission.
Oh! Oh, that bomb's not down yet. How did that bomb not go down? That's a big ball drop by Zygnus. Like, regardless if you win this round or not, it's like one of those fundamental... Oh, are they rotating right behind each other? Nathy literally gets a drop on Shorty, who had no idea what was going on.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb spotted. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Smoke out. Frag out.
For the content, my guy. For the content. Oh, Bianca's gonna get outplayed. That's out. Yeah, that's too many numbers on the point. And now they just completely own blue, and look at everyone else. Aeon and Kira last alive. I can't discount Celeste because Kira's still alive, and I know what kind of sniper abilities she has. But she's going to have to find a few kills quick because that bomb's down and 27 seconds are on the clock. The shots are going to come raining in. Doesn't hit the first one. The contest comes through. Kira and Aeon both find kills, making a much more doable situation. Nathy going to come up on the jump up and gets absolutely owned by Aeon, and that is going to leave one player alive. One player should be getting that defuse. There we go. That is a round for Celestial. They're going back and forth. Plenty of time left. And I gotta say, I don't have a favor here either. I just enjoy seeing the action. I'm begging for a round 11. How intense would it be to see this series, which has gone the distance now, go a little bit further?
Defend the objectives. The enemy has the bomb.
We got a one player down for Zygnus, and they're kind of just stuck here. They got one courtyard, one on back market, making a full-on flank towards boxes, and then you got your bomb carrier in a much better position than what you would normally see. As a matter of fact, that first round was, in my opinion, I know they didn't get the frags they needed to win the round, but you get that bomb picked up, you got a much different situation here. And Shorty's going to be eating some bullets there, about half health, as that player market side was able to spot her for a brief moment before she took some cover. Now, again, still a 5v4. One player down for Zygnus, yet to get that refrag. I gotta say, as a sniper, Shorty, I don't know if re-peeking the same angle is it. They're really gonna be anticipating it, but we'll see if it changes perspective here. Looks like Nathy wants to get this bomb down over at B. Shots are gonna come right in. There goes Layla. The call out was there from earlier. They get that unsuspected Shorty. Bomb's gonna go down. This is a 3v3 now. Make it a 3v1. Much more doable situation here. Queen, the last one alive, is gonna be able to find one. Nathy gonna turn the corner. Finds the shots to hit as you could already see it. She was already about half health. So Nathy sealing the deal in 2v2. We've got an intense one, and they have been trading back and forth. This is gonna be the deciding factor. Who's gonna have the advantage before we flip sides.
Grenade out. Get down. Smoke. Get down.
This is going to be Bianca's opportunity right now. She's going to either get this frag or she's going to get taken out. Venus actually going to be taken down in the background. Shorty, was that her third? My girl's eating right now. Look at that. Feed her. Is going to get a fourth, a one away from an ace. And sure enough, is it give your teammate the kill so that they're not donuts? Or take the ace for yourself. This is all on you, Shorty. Whatever the squad is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, forget Bianca. Oh, you gotta hit those. That's.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
We're just gonna see thumpers galore, nades galore, throwables all out in the open. Trophy systems coming in the huge play here for Zygnus. This A side just devastating with all of the tacticals, throwables, anything in hand and pocket and thumper, whatever you can get out there. And nothing's gonna land. Those trophy systems again being a massive factor here for Zygnus. Yeah, we saw how huge it was in the domination and definitely making its presence here in the search and destroy when it's desperately needed. We're going to see about 1:10 on the clock, and Celeste kind of at a standstill themselves. This is a very aggressive approach. If you're playing for information, maybe not the best. Queen actually going to find first blood, so maybe I'll just shut my mouth and let them do the thing. They're going to clear this A side off, and that's going to force Layla and looks like Genebra back, and Bomb is going to go down 5v4 style.
Bomb has been planted.
Contact with enemy. Sniper! I'm
Bomb defused. Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
We went from acing one round to almost getting 5-0 to the next. It was just a massive retake there for the girls over at Zygnus. They played very well in that. Got into a 4v1, only had one casualty. The defense seems to be a little bit stronger here, and I think this is where the game is going to be decided. The attack side, not necessarily the best. Shorty actually going to be taking some, I don't know what it was, but she's about one shot. 7 kills on board for her. The A side push is going to come through, and a lot of focus on this back alley, even though there's not much presence going on other than whatever the throwable was. Bomb is going to go down. Queen is going to go ahead and make sure it's done. Now we're going to see the 5v5 takeover. Will Zygnus be able to take another round on the backs of some great defense and retake? Or will the bomb get protected this time? We'll see.
enemy down! Get down, sniper! Get down, sniper! Get down, sniper! Contact with enemy.
Oh! Yo! She got it!
Nice work.
Yo, my girl went from having 0 kills to a round ago to having 4 on board and that clutch. Bianca, my girl, what was that? Good plays there. 200 IQ picks up the first one. Second one was literally right in front of the bomb, and third one, I'm trying to get that defuse off. Nothing sneaky about it. Here we go. Celeste back with a little bit of momentum, but you've seen the trend so far. It's been back and forth, back and forth. The only thing that hasn't been back and forth is that that last 5th round for the girls over at Celeste. They were able to take the advantage on the backs of some great defense, and now they've got the attacking side. They've got the A side plant down. 35 seconds on the clock. Zygnus need to make this push, and there is no kind of push presence here. We've got 2 going full-on back alley, 2. Genebra and Vanish. Vanish has been, like, super clutch here these past 2 rounds. Layla, again, top fragging again for her team, but we'll see if it's enough here on this 5v5 retake. Kira going to find first blood. Queen going to get traded. Kira gets taken down, too. Layla, just absolutely on point.
Finish the mission.
Oh, yeah. That.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Hey, she was holding back. She's holding back, bro. She definitely holding back. That was just 2 rounds in a row where she came through in clutch. She got that last kill, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that was for free because Zygnus waited way too long to make that push and that approach. If you're going to make something like that, you got to have a little bit more of a back alley presence earlier than what we saw there. There's no way you're going to get that clock with only 25 seconds on it and get that defused and still have to clear 5 players out. There's no dice. It's not happening. And sure enough, that's another round in favor. We're on match point here. The winner moves on to face the BB Angels. Losers, you know, hey, they're still in a pretty good spot. They got 3rd place money to go home to. Oh, Zygnus. Yeah, that's it. Look, they're fishing a barrel right now. Look at the shots coming in. Bianca going to be able to find one. Has to reload, but Ginebra, last player alive, is going to get waxed. That's 9 kills for Bianca. That's a 6-3 win. Not as convincing as we saw in the firing range, but still a pretty convincing one for Celeste. They're going to be moving on to face off against the girls over at BB Angels. Zygnus, you take that 3rd place home, and you get that sense of you still played very well. You played your hearts out. That was a hell of a series. But you only came up to that 3rd place finishing. So very, very unfortunate. But hey, hell of a job from the girls over at Celeste, my guy.
It's a draw. Stand down.
No, yeah, I didn't see her get a kill at all, bro. I didn't see her choke an ace either. Strange. Yep. No, it was not good enough. Hey, yo! Shots fired from Day. We're in the casting booth, bro. We're oh yeah, it's all in good fun. Maddox, guess what, buddy? You don't have perms here, so or mod here, so you can't bully me anymore without getting banned because I got mod, and I'll ban you, buddy. At any rate, we're gonna get geared up. We've got a grand finals. It's gonna be set to take place a best of 7. Celeste and BB Angels. They're gonna be battling it out, and man, I gotta say, this BB Angels team is just so stacked. Can Celeste take 1 or 2 games? We'll see.
Oh, my mic has been off for however long. Fantastic.
Yay!
You
I
can hear me,
you.
right?
Yeah, I
okay.
can hear you.
I don't think stream could.
Oh my god, what a bot, bro. So I'm just standing here looking like an idiot.
Hey, but you know what? That means nobody was here to hear, and there's no clip available of me saying that you're right.
Are we off air?
No. No, we're not.
Okay.
we are now, though. All right, guys, just as a quick update, we are giving Celeste an opportunity to charge their devices before we jump into our next match, so hang with us for a couple minutes. I think we're going to try to get maybe something fun for between the games, as it's probably going to be another 10-minute break or something like that, if I had to guess. Could be sooner. I'm not entirely sure. When they tell us they're ready to go, we'll jump in, but we'll give you an update as soon as we possibly can. All right, everybody, welcome back. Sorry about the extended break there. We did get everything set up and ready to go while Celeste was charging their devices, though. So we have our map picks and everything ready, and we'll break those down in a minute. Of course, joined by the sexier version of Santa Claus over here, Verdict, coming through, all dressed up. Absolutely. And I gotta say, I'm super hyped for this finals, especially with the way Celeste are playing today. Because again, according to the BB Angels, they were dropping more maps in scrims against Zygnus than they were against Celeste, and Celeste was able to come through with a strong five games. It did drop, obviously, a couple against Zygnus. We went all the way to that game 5, and that Search and Destroy was a little bit spicier than the firing range. We did see a round 9 happen. 6-3.
So one more round than what we saw earlier, but it was. I mean, you looked at it was closer rounds, like nail biters. As a matter of fact, Bianca saved 2 of those rounds. Realistically, we should have probably been in a 5-5 round 11 if she didn't step up. So now we're going to see this best of 7 play out. Celeste proving that they can hang with the best of the best against Zygnus. Can they hang with the best of the best in the Angels? That is the question of the hour, because right now I do see Aerith in the lobby, but I don't see Lydia. So Brix is gonna make the play in, and we're about to have one of the sweatiest best of 7 start off, and it's all going to be dependent on if Celeste can hold their own.
Yeah, and again, we'll have that best of 7 up. I don't think we're quite ready to start the game yet. Looks like we are waiting on a couple players to ready up. Second here.
Oh, they're spamming the start button, but yeah, I don't know if we went over the best of 7 just yet. I've got it up here for readability. If
yeah, I have it up on readability, but I don't have a screen.
You don't have what?
There's no screen.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just read it off. Hardpoint standoff is where we're going to start things off. S&D on firing range. Dom raid is going to be game number 3. Game number 4 is going to be a crossfire S&D. And if it goes any further, we're going to see a hardpoint takeoff, a Dom firing range, and then an S&D on raid. So this is an interesting spread. It's hardpoint S&D, Dom, S&D, hardpoint, Dom, S&D. Is that the way the best of 7 works? Does that sound right?
That sounds right. Yeah, it should be 3 S&Ds, I believe. Yeah, that's right.
3 S&Ds, 2 hard points. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Well, here we go.
Yep, and we do have bans on the Annihilator and the Sparrow, so no cheeky Annihilators making it through, anything like that. As we mentioned, Aerith is obviously here. Does look like... Okay, maybe my screen was bugged out. Maybe that's what was going on, because I refreshed it, and we do have a for the graphic.
Well, we only throw it up like once a season, so it's not like it probably hadn't seen the light of day since the last time we had it up.
Probably that's probably factual, but for anybody who's prefers the visual to be able to follow along, since we obviously rattled off a lot of information there, here it is for you for a couple seconds before we jump into this game. We do have all of our players loaded in, and it looks like we're going to be good to go for our Celeste versus BB Angels finals verdict.
Grand finals. This is for first place. This is for a chunk of the money. Larger chunk. They're already guaranteed something in that second place spot, but who wants second when you can get that first place? As we go ahead and see, first point is going to be out in the open here, courtyard, and it is turning into a graveyard real fast. As we see some hardpoint time going in the favor of the girls over at BB Angels, but they've already got a flip on the P2 side of things, so now let's just put your foot on the hill for as much time as you can and don't invest too much on that P1 rotation, because we can already see it. Celeste starting off with a slump, and they're not even remotely close to getting a contest here. As I say that, they do get a contest, and they do get a break. So go Celeste. Get your points up.
Yeah, we do have Brixta sliding into the point. Is able to find one, but is unable to take down Bianca, who might now be looking for Vapi, but the Hunter Killer comes in and snags the kill away. Aeon gonna slide into the point, gonna find one on to Nicole. Now looking for a kill on some extras. Finds Vapi, is gonna come through. Queen gonna find Chels, but Brixta there for the refrag. Aerith taking down Queen as well, and this has been a spicy start to this
It
hard
has.
point so far.
It has, and I gotta say, man, you know, this Celeste squad doing everything they can to get this P2 rotation down packed earlier. They had everything on point. Only thing is they didn't win a majority of the gunfights ever necessary. It came down to a 1v1, but by that time the spawns had already been solidified. Shorty gonna slide in. They do get the break here about 15 seconds in, and things are starting to look a little more bright as, or a little brighter as we see the contestant. Obviously, still gonna come through from the girls over at BB Angels. Still got one player, Brixton, trying to hold off that back alley area, but no one's there because the spawns aren't solidified for you guys right now. Brixton trying to get the frag off of the concussion, finds 2. Both of them were down. And now we're going to see the rotation potentially. There's only 20 seconds left. There's not really much you can earn off this this rebreak here on Peak 2. But we're going to still see a little bit of contesting. And Brixton going to be the last one there. Might be able to do a little damage. Finds 1 in Kira. And Bianca is going to be able to stay alive.
Bianca taking down another, and as we hop over to the perspective of Aeon, she makes the break into the next hill. Her team is getting the response they need. A pred missile from Bianca comes through, and it takes down Chels, and it's honestly right now Celeste filling up the kill feed and filling up the score right now. They've got themselves about a 17-point lead, and with their hold on this hill so far, it looks like they are getting ready to extend it. You have Aerith pushing in. Unfortunate for Aeon, she pulls in the pred missile, but her team is there to back her up, and Celeste might be looking for an upset here in game 1.
Yeah, but we all know the first 3 points. The breaks come through. They, you know, the holds come through. They stop. That P4 rotation is going to be devastating for one of these teams. And right now, I see an early push over towards it from both teams. 1 player each. It looks like Aeon and it looks like Nagaboo, Nicole. Nicole trying to bunker down. Actually gets taken out, but Aeon, you got to do a good job of staying alive here because, you know, if you drop, there it goes. The spawns are solidified there. The early advantage, again, going to be in favor of the girls over at BB Angels, and I think this might be a perfect opportunity to jump in with them as they're going to be able to take out a little bit of this deficit that they found themselves in after that P3 rotation.
You said we're going to jump in with the Angels on P4 here?
Yeah, let's do Angels.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yo, we need to win our fights, okay?
I got someone
There's
inside.
1 top, 1
Okay,
bottom.
Equalizer ban.
Dude. Yeah, 1 in hill, 1 hill. Equalizer mid.
Bro, Asa, equalizer. Boxes.
Statue. Alright, last push, guys. We need this scrap. That machine there. There. Broke kill. Yeah, start for new. One,
bro,
I'm
pushing
pushing
right.
dude, what? Shoot on roll, no fuck.
Granny.
Top granny.
3, that's 3 left.
Dead. Yeah, I got.
Alright, we need
Killed
OBJ
mid.
this house. Broken. 2 mid. Broken. 2 mid. Pushing up stat.
Broken stick, guys.
Broken. Let's go. I want to pred.
They have trophies.
Bring.
Hit marker mid.
You know what? Pushing you.
I need help.
I got you. Oh, 1 deli, 2 point.
Guys,
One
two
more.
inside.
Definitely had some good comms coming through for the girls over at the BB Angels there, but it just doesn't look like they're going to be able to hold out on the P1 long enough. R9 actually coming through there at the end, and they over doubled up the BB Angels here. And that's not something a lot of teams can do, Verdict in.
No. It started on that P2 insight rotation. The break comes through early. A lot of time went in favor of the girls over at BB Angels in P1. They had the setup nicely for P2. Everything just went south from there, though. They get the break for Celeste, get the break. They get that rotation over. They get an early break on P3. And then to cap it all off, we saw a break of a lifetime on P4. I thought that the BB Angels were, you know, set up. They were going to be able to come back, maybe put up 40 points on the backs of that P4 rotation. And I was like, let's jump in and hear the comms. And sure enough, a little bit of devastation, a little bit of silence, a little bit of upset. It's in the air. One game going down, and it's going in favor of Celeste. Just a hell of a game one, a scrappy one. And I'm still at shock, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that was a solid game for Celeste. And if, you heard me earlier when I was mentioning, I think if you're the BB Angels, maybe they were holding out a little bit on some of those scrims because, again, they were more worried about dropping maps to Zygnus specifically in the search and destroy. That does not look to be the case here, as we have a very convincing map 1 hardpoint on standoff coming through for the side of Celeste. Again, they won by 81 points. 81. Yeah. Bianca was frickin' frying, dude.
I've never seen this Celeste team play that well on a hardpoint. I'm sorry, I've never seen it played that well.
Look, I agree, and we definitely heard it in the comms. Again, you were mentioning the frustration when we saw them make that break onto P4 and thought, hey, maybe this is it. Bianca pushed in, grabbed a 3-piece, and Aerith was right away to say, man, I got bleeped on. And with 27 kills on the board, definitely makes a lot of sense there. But this series obviously is not over. And actually, look, we're ready to jump right into the search and destroy. Don't even got time to go back to our cams, bro. We're getting ready for the action.
There we go. That's the way we like it. Just keep it rolling. The action is very intense right now. A little bit of a charge break, definitely favoring the girls over at Celeste. They come through with some high energy in game number 1, and now they get to play a firing range map that we saw them play pretty dominantly earlier. Can they continue that trend and maybe pull one of the greatest upsets of all time off? Aerith actually going to be able to find the first frag with a literal frag, and Shell's actually going to find one as well. So 2 players down. So not as dominant as the girls over at Celeste wanted, but I think they started the same series against Zygnus in a slump. So we'll see how it pans out now as 2v4 ensues.
That we will have to see. Currently spectating Chels right now. She's got a sniper out, DLQ in hand, and our 2 remaining members of the side of Celeste were A side. You can now see maybe they're starting to make that rotation for mid and see what their options are. You have Nicole sitting up in the building in the back of jungle there, so that's something that they definitely have to worry about. Might hop over to her perspective and see if she plays any sound rotating through jungle, but you can see the uncertainty for Celeste right now. They're in a 2v4 against an incredible team. Just don't know what they want to do right now. And dude, that's totally understandable. I mean, you are in a weird deficit. You know the sniping talent that comes through on the side of the BB Angels, and honestly, I wouldn't want to peek either. These girls are cracked, bro.
Oh, they are indeed. You saw 3 players drop almost instantly off the rip, and now you got 2 players left to pick up the slack. Chelsea, oh my god, Shell's just absolutely owning that barrel site. The play is going to come through. Bomb doesn't have to be picked up because this round is said and done and over with. 20 seconds on the clock. Bianca going to be dead to rights, and Aerith going to go ahead and put the shot through the heart. That's a 1-0 lead so far in favor of the girls over at BB Angels. I know they're a little bitter after that upset in game number 1, but I think I've read in chat somewhere they're just warming up, and I think that's starting to come into effect here.
Yeah, and now as we're getting here into this next round, it's actually going to be Beef Shorty opening up with a kill onto Brixta. It's not a huge opening, but it's an opening nonetheless, and you can see the aggressive push now coming up. Beef Shorty going to find another one onto Chels as well, and now that's a great opening for the side of the Team Celeste here. Nicole able to find one onto Bianca, but Aeon is there for the refrag. It's now a 4 versus 2, completely opposite scenario, and now it's Aerith left alone in a 1 versus 4. She gets a hit marker onto short. Oh my god, what a shot!
Yo, if I'm Celeste, I'm not peeking this bomb. Like, peek it once she commits to a... You give one slither of, where you're at, she's got the shots to match the energy, and fake defuse comes through. The slide peek from Queen is going to pay off, and some good shots there. Great slide peek. I love it. I hate it when people slow peek that angle. Never going to accomplish anything. Queen did a great job there. You know how cracked Aerith is. Paid her the respects. Got that slide in. And perfect shots to go along with it. We're tied up 1-1 now. A little bit of warmed up for both teams. A little bit of that, spiked eggnog in the booth, man. This is like one of those feelings. Like, we're getting a little tingly right here. This is where the energy's at, and I'm loving it.
Chell's looking for the snipe on Aeon on the head glitch. Actually going to force her back a little bit, but now you can see Queen coming through with the aggressive slide. Gets behind that bomb, gets the plant coming through. Even though there's not a kill on the board, that is going to put time against the BB Angels now. We've got to make a rotation over to a very heavily defended A-bomb plant. We do have Aeon picking up one. Nicole and Aerith each coming through with a refrag as well, but Brixton gets taken down. Aeon on a strong one right now. She's leading the lobby with kills. 4 on the board. Bianca picks up an extra one as well. It's now a 2 versus 2 with 20 seconds to go.
Oh, that is a great way to play your twos right there. Chels comes through. Didn't need to necessarily put the thumper in, but the shots are going to come through. Bianca finds the 2-piece right on the bomb site. How are they both lined up so evenly? Bruh. I know Aerith and I don't know who that was. So that Chels or Nicole. They want that round back. They want a do-over. There's no dice that happens.
Absolutely insane series so far between Celeste and the BB Angels, and I gotta say, I expected this one to be after the season we've had, I certainly expected this to be a little bit more in favor of the Angels, and that has so far just not been the case. Now looking over at Nicole, she's making that rotation over, but Beef Shorty is there, gonna take her down. The thumper shot not gonna land. It is an advantage going over to the side of Celeste, and Kira gonna find an extra. How have I not spectated Kira yet today? Well, oops.
Tango down.
Oh, Beef Shorty, right through the wall.
Not over yet. Ready up.
This is... These have been some great games so far. We're only second one deep. We're not even fully through it yet. It's a 3-1 right now, and the attack side looks pretty strong here for the girls over at Celeste. They are putting some dents in the armor over at the Untouchables. That's right, BB Angels are down 1-0 in the series. They're down 3-1 in this search, and you know, I think you made a comment about this, you know, not necessarily going the way that we expected it to go. Of course not, because we've seen this BB Angels roster be flawless all season. Now we're potentially about to see a flawless round here as they're starting to get their feet, you know, a little bit more power underneath them. Nicole finds Kira. That is going to be Bianca left alone. 1 kill for herself, but Shell's going to come through and gets the last cleanup kill, and we've got a 3-2 game as we flip sides. Now we're going to see the defense. Is it just as strong for Celeste, or can the BB Angels make this 3-2 comeback in their favor?
Yeah, we will have to see. We've switched sides now, and an opportunity where... How is Chels alive? What the actual heckies? It had to be 1 health. I didn't see a single pixel of HP on this girl's bar, but somehow is alive. The Bianca, who's been fragging out these past couple rounds, pushed on up. She's playing the stairs here, listening for some sounding.
A little bit of uncertainty here for the girls over at BB Angels. Don't necessarily want to commit to either side. You got one player on each side of the spectrum. One player all the way pushed up. Oh, the wall bangs from Kira just absolutely on point. Finds Nicole. A long push is going to come through the sit rep. Along with it, Kira able to reload. Shots are going to come in. The push is going to be halted. One player dropped. That's Nicole that just got laced by Kira, who not necessarily having a strong game to start things off, but certainly picking up some sweet shots to come along with it now as Brixton finds one on Beef Shorty. Got a 4v4. Make that a 3v4 as Aeon just absolutely A1. Finds another. And now it's a 2v3, but Chels on the refrag. Bianca, one of the top fraggers, going to be taken down. Agaboo going to even things up, and now we've got 27 seconds, and the push is going to come through. Kira is going to try and fend off the opponent, but bomb's down. I don't know if these girls know it. Aeon, if you rotate back over, you could possibly see it, but 15 seconds, Kira finds Chels, and now Earth left in a very, very difficult spot. Gets shots on one, but that is not the push. Yeah. Okay, times it perfectly. Kira needs to die. Does it get the shot?
Out of ammo! Oh, no!
That's tough.
I feel like you hit that corner with your Renetti, but at the same time, I feel like, yeah, she's got a sniper out. So she picked up the Type 25. That makes a lot of sense. And man, Celeste coming through with a 4-2 lead. Aerith just barely unable to clutch it, had 5 bullets in the mag and just couldn't find enough of them to connect. And Kira, somehow, luckily enough, was able to play time in that corner.
Full send back alley. Shell's going to be first casualty. Aeon doing some demon work right now. Make it her 7th. Make it her 8th, rather. Aeon going to get one with the... She's not doing it with the type. She's doing it with the trophy. Finds another and another. That could have been an ace, my guy. She got shots on that 5th player. The one that died.
I think
I'm not sure who got credit for the... Queen got the kill, but the shots were 100% on for her. She's got 10 herself, and man, a flawless round for Celeste. They're on match point early on here against the BB Angels.
Definitely not the way I expected this to go, but has it been a exciting one to say the least. You have Nicole pushing up, and Queen's going to take that one down. Shells gets taken down as well. I literally can't switch camera view fast enough to keep up with all the deaths flowing through. Aerith somehow alive. Never mind.
Well, never
Wall
mind.
banged.
Don't spectate brick stuff, because as soon as you spectate her, she's going to die. It's a 3v1 now. Bianca trying to get some wall bangs through. Beef Shorty on the full-on flank. Beef Shorty going to pick it up. We've got game. We've got set. We've got match. Celeste off to a phenomenal start. 2-0.
And 6-2 again on firing range.
6-2. I'm telling you, it's a trend, dude. I thought this Celeste team was weak in search, dude.
Hey, that's what I was told from the other teams, okay? Let's bump it down here. I'm on board with you where they have not dropped, except for to BB Angels, I think, in the main season.
Opener. Yeah.
In the opener, they dropped the 1 game of search when they got 2-0'd, and I think that was it. They won all the rest of their searches, and I'm on board with you. I'm on board with you. This team is looking solid, and especially today. Hey, check it out. Make sure you guys get your encouragement from Ghost. Have some double weapon and character XP for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, we'll do. Roger. 30 minutes. Let's go. Weapon XP on the emulator. OP. Come on.
Yeah, on the account I don't play. Easy.
Yeah. Because you haven't mapped your keys yet. You bought.
I had to remap them for the spectator client so that I can.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I have hotkeys to switch between all the players.
Oh, well, I know what. Another hotkey here for Celeste. 12 kills on board for Aeon. Just A1 with the shots. Just absolutely cracked. We saw the 4-piece. It could have been an ace. Literally, Queen puts 1 shot and gets the kill. Bianca, top frags right beside her with 6 kills on board. So I'm looking at Aerith, 11 kills. A big gap in between those 11 kills in the bottom. 2 kills on board for Vappy. I don't even know where Nicole ended up at. She bounced out of lobby, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it feels like the girls over at the BB Angels just want a reset to get their grips together and try to pull something together. Because, again, they won 2-0 the last time they faced off against this team. And now here we are in a best of 7. They're down 2-0. So not a super comfortable situation to be in. It would definitely be an upset, in my opinion, if Celeste were to come through and win the whole thing. The BB Angels are your reigning champions. They also came through with a sizable lead in first place for the main series play. And again, they were more worried about dropping maps to Zygnus than they were Celeste, even though they did say Celeste is overall, in their opinion, the second best team in the region. And Celeste, man, they've showed up today to, prove that they're wrong about that they are the best girls team for this season.
You're absolutely right. I've been saying it for a few weeks now. I keep criticizing them for their hardpoint performances, as I've seen them kind of just be hit or miss, have massive leads, sell those leads to their opponents. And I've always spoke about how much potential this team has, and that potential is starting to finally come into form against this BB Angels roster, and it is looking pretty good for them. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, and I didn't know if I was going to say this or not, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I really can't tell if BB Angels are holding back or if they're not warmed up. I don't know if I'm trying to make excuses, but
to be fair, they didn't play their first game today, right? We had Xplicit did forfeit, so
No, that just means you had an hour left to, warm up elsewhere, right?
A possibility. But did you have the opportunity to warm up against a team as good as Zygnus? Is the question.
Well, they wouldn't have played Zygnus to begin with. They would have played Nyla, or not Nyla, but
Exactly.
Xplicit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What did they do? Jump into some ranked games and stomp some ranked kids?
Hell, I'm
versus...
gonna be honest with you. I would have jumped in with some of the pro teams.
I agree. I agree.
Get one of those Seminole rosters in there.
I absolutely agree with you, dude. I'm totally on board with you. But we know that Celeste was able to come through with the win over Zygnus. That's a tough opponent to beat.
Yeah, but they didn't beat Zygnus this aggressively. The hard point, devastating.
You're right. You're right. But they pooped on him in search just as hard. Literally exactly as hard.
Yeah.
6-2 both times on firing range.
Good point.
So.
Good point. They only need 2 more to close this night out. And, is anybody home there for the BB Angels? Because this Dom raid is going to be a turning point. If you can't find a win here, that's it. You've got a 3-0 situation, and then you got a 4 games in a row to reverse sweep. That's a lot to ask for, especially against a team that, if you make any mistakes, they look like they might capitalize on it.
Yeah, and I know one of the things you mentioned is we don't have Lydia playing it for the side of the BB Angels. We do have Bricks to fill in, which is still another super phenomenal girls talent from Europe. So make sure you check them out in the main Mobile Mayhem series, which I believe is going to be on your channel this coming up season in January.
Yes, for EU, it's going to be a sweaty one. It's going to be super fun. Probably not. It's not going to be as roster mania'd as NA, but it should definitely be an eventful one. As I think Stamina's team, their new team, looking hella cracked. We saw them in the finals. Who was that? The Goofy Goobers this past Sunday.
Correct.
Dude, that team for EU on NA ping, they look pretty sexy.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there, and again, that's right around the corner, man. I mean, I know you say January, and you're like,
yeah, it's like 10 days away. Yeah.
Yeah, but December has blown the crap by. So.
Yep. Here we go. A little bit of ring control early on. Oh my God, Laundry is just devastating. We're going to see multiple shots, but Nicole picking up the slack. Finally gets taken down, but 2 players going to fill her slot. Beef Shorty looks to get the thumper shot, but you can see it. She's outnumbered. There's 4 players right around that ring side. A lot of map control. In particular in this Laundry site being held, but Shorty doing a hell of a job trying to fend off the push. And sure enough, she's going to get taken down. Now the B push is going to come through. Can't be too premature with it. It does look like 4 players push is going to make it, but oh, look at that. All 4 of them dropped. Not enough to get this B site, and that's what I'm saying. If you can't collectively push into there and have a little bit of an effort in all together, it is devastating, and that is it. The B site progress is going to be halted. It's going to be reversed. Does look like Celeste might be able to get their feet on it. Only 2 seconds. They got it. Celeste already off to a pretty decent start so far.
You are absolutely right, and typically speaking, a lot of teams consider A side to be the strong side of this map, and I'm just not seeing that out of the Angels right now. You can see Celeste coming through with the early B cap. They're starting to take a lead here, and they're going to have that A side for the second half. Dude, Aeon is absolutely on a tear today. What on earth? No way she gets the turn on Chels, too.
I don't know. Chels is sitting on a donut right now. Oh, she just picked up 1 kill. Oh, no, she didn't. She's still 0-5 right now. That is not the best start. Aeon finally going to be taken down, and of course, it's going to be the player who finally gets on board with a breadstick there. Chels, again, not necessarily having the best game to start things off, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And right now, starting to look like Celeste might be able to finish this night early if BB Angels don't get a B cap in and show a little bit of map control, a little bit of alertness, a little bit of life. Right now, they're getting outplayed, they're getting outslayed, they're getting outpositioned, and on paper, everything just looks so great for the girls over at BB's, or for Celeste. But BB Angels do get that B cap to come along with it, so a little bit of hope, a little bit of pressure now. Celeste, can they perform?
About a 9-point lead currently for the side of Celeste, but with Beef Shells, what was that? Oh my goodness.
We've taken the lead.
Queen now looking for the flip here. Might be looking to get the A progress. Does sound out Brixta, but gets taken down in return. A progress is going to be halted. Only about 3 points to go for the side of the BB Angels to take the lead. But again, as we switch over to the second half, it is going to be Celeste with that A side point. And again, a lot of teams consider that to be the stronger side. It's not a crazy advantage like a Crossfire, like a Hackney Yard. Hell, not even, I don't even think it's as big of an advantage as Summit Seaside, which is, again, not a major advantage. But the B does go back over to the side of Celeste here.
It does, and it's probably going to ride on out to the end of this first half as I see it. Not any kind of map control on the B side, ringside in particular, Laundry even. Finally a little bit of pressure there, but, you know, it's a day late and dollar short kind of scenario. 2 players left to fend off ringside, 75 to 67, an 8-point advantage going into the second half. The BB Angels have the mighty fallen. What is going on? Is there a disconnect? Is someone, you know, not playing to their potential? Is someone playing on data? What is going on here? This is the first half of 2 games in a row where they have just gotten outplayed. And I don't know whether to commend Celeste or question BB Angels, but, you know, I'll just focus on the positives. Celeste are just playing their hearts out, and it's showing.
I would make this joke here and there, especially, you know, when we were playing Vanguard, we would make it a lot, but... Oh, and especially during the watch party for Stage 5, right? Aeon, in my opinion, looks like she is the host of this server right now. Like, she is frying out. She's leading the lobby with 15 kills on the board. Actually, Nicole went on a tear there. She's now up at 17, but Aeon has been having a great game all day. You can see... Actually got some trophy system use out of a team today. My goodness. Is going to cancel out that Pred. Queen looking to push on up, but Brixta has got that A. The AC split right now for the side of the BB Angels. Hop on over to Brixta. Going to pick up that win versus Vappy, but Kira going to take her down now, getting that A side flip back into their favor. B still in favor of Celeste.
What do you say? Let's do a quick listen in with the girls over at Celeste. We joined in for BB Angels. Now let's hear the comms and call outs from the girls over at Celeste.
Laundry.
I'm putting Laundry. I got your top Laundry. Never mind, those now. She's pushing. Nice, hold A at the same time.
Yeah, one Nice.
Top.
Pongan mi trophy, lo voy a sacar aquí en raid.
Yo tengo trophy, yo lo tiré en raid.
Being repeated.
Cúbreme, ¿qué? Ahí viene una
Out of ring.
No, máquina de muerte, fucking, that machine is one man.
Stop it.
There's one sheet, there's 2A, there's 2A.
Yo me voy a la...
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I got one.
Hey, Dan.
Nice.
I clean.
Focus on B, I'm cleaning everything.
Focus on B.
Nice.
There's two mid.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I just stuck myself.
Man, yeah, no, kitchen, go money, 1 money.
I'm a ring.
You guys are
Snipers, I think, snipers.
Dead.
nice. I want wrecked.
Ring.
Is in a whole last week.
In the ring? There's one kitchen.
Just
Snipers.
Dead.
Nice. In the ring. He's one shot. Nice.
My goodness, Verdict. What is going on here?
Bro, a 3-0 in favor of Celeste. BB Angels showing up to the party, but not contributing. This is looking very, very grim for them. This is looking like a potential game-ending Game 4 that's right around the corner. It's a best of 7. We all know it. Best of 7 means all you need to get is 4 games in. And right now, Celeste just slaying out. I've never heard Shorty that calm in a VC. I'm sorry. I don't care what game it is she's playing.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had my finger over the mute Discord button the whole time, just in case.
Just in case, yeah. But did they not look much better than they have ever looked? I've never seen Celeste play this well. And you take a look at the scorecard here. They got frags to go along with it. 22 and 10 for Queen. 21 and 12, who you said Aeon was just being a absolute demon. This
All
is
day
looking,
she's been slaying, dude.
Oh my god, this is looking like BB Angels didn't take the time to prepare for today. And you know, if they're practicing their reverse sweeps, well, you know what? What better way to do it in a best of 7 format? Because right now they're getting pushed, shoved, dragged all across this 3-0 so far. That domination was brutal, especially that second half. Saw a lot of pressure on that A side. But, you know, even at that 90% cap, the kills just came in favor of Celeste. Man, just a massive game number 3 for them. They have one more game, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. I don't think chat can believe it either. They're like, "Nah, Gus, what is happening?"
Yeah, I had to put Shorty in timeout for the rest of the day. That is the 3rd time today she's spoiled. So, yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be the end of the reign of Shorty in chat. She stuck around long enough for us to get her on the after action report here this time. We got 21 on the board for her and Aeon, as we mentioned. 22 for Queen. Bianca with 15, Kira with 13, and Vappy definitely found her struggles that game. Going 7 kills on the board. Not what you ideally would see in a grand finals matchup. Nicole, the only player going positive on the side of Angels, 20 and 18, so not even very positive at all. And the convincing 150 to 116 win is going over the side of Celeste. They lead 3-0 in the series right now. That is correct, guys. You are, excuse me, not seeing an error on the screen. Celeste is 3-0 above Angels right now, looking to be the new champions if they're able to close out a game 4. And Angels, I don't know if you believe, but if you believe in reverse sweep season, it's got to start here, man.
Yo, I would be honest with you. Like, I was hoping to see a little bit more life out of this BB Angels team, even if it, you know, means you lost. They got that was a demoralizing win. You saw it. Everything was shut down. Celeste just doing a freaking fantastic job. They've covered every angle, every bit of that scorecard, just absolutely on point. Now we got a search and destroy crossfire going to be the determining factor if we see a game 5. If you would have told me at the beginning of the night that we were going to see a 4-0, I would have been like, yeah, you're probably right. But if you would have told me it was in favor of Celeste, I would have spit out my coffee and laughed in your face. And here we are.
Well, I made that comment earlier. That, you know, the best of 7 could be over quicker than the best of 5. I didn't mean for the way that it's happening.
Yeah.
So.
Call an ambulance, but not for Celeste, right?
Right, dude. Right, dude. So we're gonna be getting ready to hop into the momentarily, guys. Actually, boom! Look at that. They're firing it on up already. Just as a reminder, as Verdict mentioned, this is going to be a search and destroy on Crossfire, so operator bans not entirely going to be important. I'll throw up the best of 7 roll round just so we know where we're going if BB Angels are able to make the comeback here. Are we on the right map or is the screen okay?
It's Crossfire search.
Okay, it's the firing range and the... Okay, I see. Those are backwards. All right, that's no big deal. We are looking at waiting on one player to connect. It looks like Shorty might have connected, so she might be back in the action. Maybe not. I don't know.
It does look like she's good.
Yeah, looks good to go now.
A little bit devastated from the 1-day ban on the Amplify channel. Era's going to go ahead and throw salt on the wound, finds first blood, and that is going to give a 5-4 player advantage. Vappy going to go ahead and take advantage of that, and Smoke going to cover her. Bombs down, 40 seconds on the clock for the girls over at Celeste. Queen finds a quick refrag. Kira, however, almost catches the bitter end of the stick there on the shots from either Aerith or Chelsea. I don't know. They got this corner building locked down, and 30 seconds left. Not much traction. As a matter of fact, 4v4 is still in play. Queen trades Chagaboo 1-for-1. And we've got about 20 seconds left.
Yep, 10 seconds to go. Looks like this round is going over to the Angels. There's time, but Brixta going to take it down Aeon. And Bianca not there for the holy turned on. Aerith, nice shot taken down Bianca there. A long, hard-fought comeback being down 3-0. But definitely make it happen. But, man, I didn't expect Angels to be in this position. I mean, if anything, I expected Angels at this point to be up maybe 2-1. Right, maybe the Surge with the way Celeste has been playing today. But we are going to have first blood come through. But Kira answers back quickly with a kill onto Chels. You can now see she's making that rotation over. And to guard out this doorway. I gotta say though, a sniper in this position, not the greatest defense. Maybe in shorty season, but sure enough, Vappy make that rotation over, takes her down. Was looking to push up for the bomb plant, but it's taking shots. I have to back off. Go crouch at least, thank you. Holy.
Oh, Bianca doing some God's work right there. Finds two. Makes it an even matchup, 2v2, 40 seconds on the clock. Not even quite 40, and you don't have any of that sniper power left. Got Nicole and Vappy left to pick up the pieces. You've done all the hard work, though. You got that bomb plant down, which was massive. And now Queen and Bianca looking for the defuse. They got to find these two players first. They've got a direct angle and line of sight on that B site. Nicole probably in one of the better positions. I like this position for her. Vappy doesn't win the 1v1. And now it's a 2v1 on the backs of Nicole. Can she perform? Playing patiently, but gets caught on the transition. Does the defuse go off? It does. Queen securing the round. And we've got an even 1-1 as one round apiece. And I got to say, it has been a tooth and nail round for each, except for that first one. It was a tooth and nail round for the girls over at Celeste. It wasn't that much of a tooth and nail for the girls over at BB Angels on that first one.
Akira opening with first blood onto Brixta as well.
Oh
my
Kira.
goodness.
Just nasty with the shots.
Looking for Aerith too. Aerith, do you peek this?
A good repositioning from Aerith. That is exactly what you want to do. You know that they know that you are the top side of corner building, and you absolutely violate because guess what? Kira was not moving. Now, that was a massive frag for Aerith there. Bob's still in the hands of Vappy, and they don't quite have control over the bus station building as Shorty's on the bottom side, but we made a comment about the positioning for a player who's using a sniper. I can 100% agree with that.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird angle to try to cover that door. You know, when we were in the worst meta in all of COD Mobile history, right? When we had to sit there for 6 months and watch the Shorty dominate, this was a deadly position to hold with a one-shot gun that was also a spread gun, you know? And now you're looking to make that quick scope, and all it's going to take is for you to miss the one shot. Shorty's definitely got information on the plant coming through. Nicole going to find one. Aerith finds another. And Shorty, again, this is a weird angle to play with a sniper. And as you can see, she's pinned down and doesn't have anything she can do. Maybe she picks up Vappy at the corner here, pushes up. Doesn't even find that. Instead, it's Vappy picking up the kill, playing twos with the team. And that's going to be a 2-1 lead coming through for the side of Angels. And they desperately need it right now.
No, they do, and I gotta say, Shorty was holding that angle. She wasn't even holding the staircase, you know, seriously. She was holding that angle to go to the B dom site, that middle building. And what did she do? She took her eyes off the prize for 1 second, and Aerith turns the corner and catches one, fleeing for the opposite side of the road. Now, had to pay the price there. Shorty gonna get caught right there by Vappy. Does a great job of cleaning off the bus station. One down, Beef Shorty out for this round, and now Smoke's going to come through. Vappy. Oh, she might not have the best connection. It looks like she's going to be taken down. Bianca going to get credit for the kill. Kira going to find another 1-for-2 trades in favor of the girls over at Celeste. All they need is one more game here, so you got to think about it. In reality, you're on the bad side of this map, right? The defense is one of the ones that, you know, has a little bit of a Oh my God, Kira, what was that? Chills. Gets one shot right through the little cubby hole. Oh man, that is tough. Right in the hallway. Now Aerith already weak in a 1v4 scenario. I've seen 1v5s be clutched on this map, and I've seen one that was phasey, and it was god tier.
You've seen him with a 1v5, and you've seen Little B with the 1v4 against Tribe.
Oh, that was devastating. That was probably one of the best 1v4s I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, especially with it being on the big stage.
Exactly. Perform when you need to perform at the highest capacity.
Yeah, then they came back and won that series too. So,
Yeah, they did, dude.
So this
legend.
this could be repeat season if Aerith is able to clutch this one up.
Kira, don't you contest that. You can't do it. Aerith, how are you still alive?
Dude, if Aerith clutches this, I'm literally calling her NYSL Aerith from now on. I'll tell you that right now.
Good reposition. Kira, you don't have any business right there. Bomb is going to be picked up. Bomb is going to be planted. Bianca's not going to be able to get there in time. Look, Aerith might be able to clutch this. 44 seconds on the clock. Wallbangs, of course, not there. Aerith going to know exactly where Bianca's at. Bianca's going to get lasered. And now it's a 1v1. Kira does win those. The doof. Making its way.
I think she picked that up from Brixta, too.
Good shots.
Nice work. Get ready for the
All tied up 2-2. The doof coming through a little bit too strong. Kira got 6 on the board. The clutch almost coming through for Aerith. Dude, Aerith's got 9 on the board right now. And Shorty's got a donut.
Shorty, you got banned earlier. Now you're getting criticized by the likes of Denominate, bro. Come on. Hey, you didn't have to be that harsh to her. She's already had a rough night.
Well, that's what she gets for spoiling. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
You're so right. You're so right. Queen gonna be the first casualty here. Is the bombs yet again gonna be pushed to this B site, and you know it's one of those things. It's almost expected here on this map. You get control of the bus station B site. It's lights out if you can hold your angles. Aeon gonna find first blood. Vappy gonna be taken out, and Vappy taking one with her before she went. So 2-for-1 trades. Gonna leave about 30 seconds on the clock for the 3v4 retake. Can Celeste take the advantage before we flip sides? Aerith drops. Aeon is absolutely on one. Nicole picks up the refrag up top. Gotta hear the call out. Kira, you gotta know where she's at.
Finish the mission.
Nicole's the last one up top.
Oh, she's got an angle on the bomb though. She's golden.
She does. Oh, she's crispy.
Oh, not the time to look away.
Oh, that's it.
No, the diffuser's coming through.
Oh no, but Kira's gonna do a great job. Shots are gonna come through. That's a dumpster of a plant. Look at the positioning. There's no angle on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like she had it, but just enough room for Bianca to tuck herself over behind the dumpster. And sure enough, even if Kira dropped, she bought enough time away from Nicole to take the lead 3-2. Again, I said this might be over faster than the best of 5, and right now Celeste are making me out to not be a liar. And so at least there's that. I've got that going for me right now. That's about it.
Look. It's not over until it's over. All right, maybe a 3-2 lead. You might be up 3-0 in the series. But where was that shot from? I just was spectating Queen and Chels.
Oh, and she sees the bomb flickering down at the bus too. It did get picked up. Rick's not coming through with the snipe. What the? So we got Nicole and Vappy are not sniping. Aerith finds an ankle, but not the kill. Doesn't matter. Chel's going to answer back with one of her own, looking to tie things up 3-3. We've got 50 seconds on the clock. Dude, this bomb was on B, and now look where we're at. Vapi gonna find Shorty, and is as cracked as Bianca has been today, I don't believe in the 1v5. And sure enough, Nicole gonna put an end to that, ties things up 3-3. Holy series, dude.
The back and forth affair so far, and nobody with an advantage other than the fact that I gotta say that was a much more composed defending side round for the girls over at BB Angels, and a great way to start off the endeavor, which is this poor side. You know, you've got defense. You're literally going to be looking up at your opponents. They're going to have that advantage. Nagaboo wins a lifetime 1v1 there, but gets instantly demolished. Bianca coming through with the trades. 2-for-1 style in favor of the girls over at Celeste, and Queen might be able to get this bomb plant down. You can see Beef Shorty and is that Bianca? Yeah, Bianca right here, holding down the fort here on this middle building. Chelsea wants to contest. Chelsea can catch some bullets, and she drops. And now it's Vappy who wants to be a little dangerous and risky. Risk it for the biscuit, and sure enough, she drops. 1v4 style, 28 seconds on the clock. Bomb's already down, and Bricks is not hitting a shot.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Celeste now taking the lead. It's 4-3. They only need to find 2 more rounds. Beat your new champions. They're up 3-0 over the reigning champions right now. This is absolutely been a wild series to watch. And I can't even say all of the games were close. If you want me to be honest with you, Celeste have just been looking better. Aerith does come through with a first blood on to Shorty. Shorty caught her maybe disconnected a little bit earlier at the beginning of that last round, but get her revenge. Kira could down Vappy, however.
Oh, Aerith, good shots. Catches Bianca in the corner side, top side of the building. A1. Aeon actually going to get that finish on Shells. She was weak earlier. 2-for-2 trades now. Bomb still in the hands of Queen. Kira finds another. That's Aerith dropping Brixta and Nicole.
Smoke out.
Gotta say, Brixta hasn't been doing very well. I understand it's really late for her. I could imagine it's like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. So keep that in perspective. Bomb's down. 35 seconds on the clock. Smoke comes through.
Oh, bro, it's later than that. It's almost 11 here.
You were the last one.
I mean, it's at least 4 anywhere in Europe.
No, it's like 3:30.
Nice work.
2:30, 3:30. Depending on where you're at in Europe.
I think they're plus 5 hours from me is the closest.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's coming on 4 o'clock in London. I don't know where she's from
3:40.
specifically.
Smoke out. Targets inside.
We're on match point, dude.
Yeah, we're on match point for Celeste.
We are on match point, and Bianca finding a 2-piece to start the round off. And this is the BB Angel squad that has been banned from some tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Because they're too OP.
The enemy has the bomb.
They're about to get 4-0'd. Oh, Aerith finds one, catches Bianca on the transition. Aerith finds 2. Aerith's still alive. A lot of hope here for the girls over at BB Angels. One more player left to deal with. Aeon did get the bomb plant down, but doesn't really have the best positioning. Aerith going to actually force her back, and the smoke's going to come through. Might see this bomb defuse before anything. Brixa goes down. Aerith, the last one alive, inside the bus. Aeon clutches the 1v2. Give them the crown. Give them the bag. They win 6-3 in a 4-0 fashion. What is going on?
I'm going to stick with I knew Celeste was going to win the whole time, and I called it was going to be over faster than the best of 5. That's what I'm going with. What
No
series,
mames.
dude. What a series. Holy crap.
Did we unban Shorty for that one?
No.
Can I wait until after the game's already up?
No.
Baby. She drop a goose egg?
No.
Stand down.
3. So, 3 breadsticks. Wow. Good night, bro. 4-0? 14 kills for Aerith, though. Talking about coming in with a focus, she literally carried in every search and destroy. Didn't have the best Dom game earlier, but has been putting in the numbers. This BB Angels team is down bad. They were highly favored, bro. We can't say that we were not discussing it off stream. Like, this was possibly going to be a scenario where we see maybe 1 or 2 games. Hell, I even said that on stream for the girls over at Celeste, and they didn't do just 1 or 2. They did 4 in a row, and my goodness.
I'm still shocked at this. I could have seen Celeste winning. I mean, they're a great team. They're a great team. But did I ever in a million years think 4-0 for Celeste? No shot. No freaking shot. And they were convincing too. I mean, a lot of these rounds were convincing. Came through with the 6-2 in search and destroy on firing range. They come through with the 6-3 here in search on crossfire. I think it was a 150 to 69, 79, something like that on the hard point. And then they were able to rock through on that search and destroy as well with like a 40-point win. So overall, just really, really solid games here today from the side of Celeste. Definitely gave them a little bit of criticism earlier in the likes of, subbing Cammy out, but sure enough, it worked. Verdict, you're too nice, unbanning Shorty.
I couldn't help it. She got put into the... She put herself there, but...
Yeah. Now
this is a time that she can celebrate with the squad, right? This is a victory, well deserved. And I got to say, 4 games in a row, even after you go to a best of 5 and go to a 5th game against Zygnus. I'm not saying Zygnus was, not OP. They look like they could have probably taken out this BB Angels roster tonight, because this BB Angels roster did not show up.
This is why we don't unban Shorty. That's why we don't unban Shorty.
Okay, well, you know what? I gave her a second shot of life. She messed that up. That's on her.
Yep. Family friendly stream, Shorty. Family friendly stream.
I don't see anybody. I don't see anything. Okay, I see the explicit, but that's asterisk. It's covered up, right? You could have just deleted that. She said, "No, I'm just playing. I love Angels. They the homegirls."
I don't know, man.
Well,
she knows what's appropriate and what's not. You've seen she went for it.
Yeah, Shorty, come on.
It's 10 minutes. She'll
Learn how to celebrate respectably.
Definitely a solid series coming through. I do believe have a... That's not it.
Hey, did you cut out?
No, I was just looking for a scene that I... Oh, yeah, we do. Here we go. I found it. It is updated. I just legitimately couldn't find it.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're taking a look at... it was a best of 7, and it lasted shorter than the best of 5. You were absolutely right. That best of 5 lasted, what, an hour and a half? And then this one lasted roughly an hour, if that. Wow. Absolutely happy holiday. Yeah, that is I'm gonna be out of town after tonight. We are gonna be heading down to Pensacola to see my little brother and spend some time with him. So huge shout out to Celeste for winning the champs. Huge shout out to BB Angels. They had a flawless season and it came down to this last night. And I'm reading in Discord. I feel terrible because a few of the players are a little under the weather. They have I'm not 100% sure what the case is, if it's confirmed or not, but no audio on champion screen, by the way, Day. Okay. Okay, so we do have confirmation. Two of them do have COVID. They have tested positive. So I feel absolutely horrible if I had any kind of demeaning or demoralizing shots at the girls over at BB Angels. I know that that is a huge struggle. Just an absolute tragedy right there on that case. So I feel just downright terrible about it. I'm glad they even showed up. I mean, being sick like that, there's no dice that I would get out of bed.
Yeah,
I don't even know how they played.
Entirely certain why it says my mic is on the champion screen, but it's not detecting. So we went ahead and went back to cams for now. Verdict. Thank you for carrying us through that. But yeah, congratulations to Celeste for their first place victory. Of course, BB Angels. Wishing you guys the best recovery possible, obviously. And congratulations on the second place as well. Congratulations to Zygnus on coming through third. It was a long, hard-fought season for all three of these teams, but this time around, verdict is Celeste coming through, and they now have that crown. And it's going to be up to the Angels and Zygnus to maybe come back for a season 3 of Mobile Mayhem Girls and turn things around and maybe pick that crown either back up for the Angels or for Zygnus. But that's going to be it for us. Go ahead and play our ads from COD Mobile. Again, huge shout out to COD Mobile for being a partner with Mayhem. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a happy holidays, everybody. And we'll be returning in January for the return of the Mobile Mayhem main season for North America, Europe, and LATAM.